Well, welcome to another episode of Aston1936.com in the UK. I'm here at Aston Installations with Lenny, who's about to give me a masterclass on changing the sat-nav gears in the Gaydon era pop-up GPS screen that's also part of their HD installation or HD infotainment upgrade kit. So I'm going to sit in the coveted Lenny chair in the coveted Lenny corner, and he's going to bark instructions at me as I sit here and try to change the sat-nav gears myself. So let's see how well this goes.
What I will say on that note, everything that we send out from the UK, the nav gears have already been done and the slipper clutches are already been done, and it goes away fully refurbished.
So if you buy the HD infotainment upgrade screen from you guys, this is already done to all of those.
Correct.
But if you're on your own and you're just basically, your screen isn't popping up on your car, you could just do the gear
Correct.
change out. You could buy the part, and we're going to talk about the part as the video goes on. So stay tuned and see how badly I do as the Padawan. All right, so I'm over at Lenny's bench, and we have a donor unit here that needs its gears. And what Lenny also showed me how to do is he has a little cheater here that we can actually hook up to test the motor, and I can show you actually how the thing works before we take it apart. So in here is the gear set that we're talking about replacing, and if I fire up the motor, you can actually see how it's like raising a drawbridge. And it takes about 5 seconds to raise it, and then we can run it back down, and you can see a little bit of slack in these gears because these are worn. And that's basically where we're going to be working on the system today. So it all starts by, you've already got the lower cover off, and you can see how to do that in my other video on actually changing the whole HD installation kit, and I'll have a link to that up in the corner now. And then we're going to go ahead and take off these 4 screws and loosen another. So let's run these out. So then we've got those 4 out, and in here is the 5th screw.
Oh.
And it's, just tap it to wake it up. And then we can see it's in here at the end, and we're not taking this one out, we're just loosening it off a couple of turns. 1, 2. And that's going to give me the slack to hopefully take the motor system out. And there's a little wire in there that keeps it in place. So we're just going to let that stay set aside.
Yep.
So now we've got the whole gear set here on the side, a black one, a white one, another white one, the one that's getting worn out, and then another one that's probably the one that's got the broken off tooth on it. So we're just going to basically pop these out. As Lenny showed me, with no regard, he just flicked them all out onto the table, and I'm like, how do you know which one goes where? Well, he's here to coach me. And these guys, I can knock the black one off, and this one we'll come back to later. This is the one with the clutch in it. So we're going to go after changing this gear, and I think I should be able to just lift this up. And this is held in place with a circlip, and I'll hold it up here a little bit. And so I'm using a really fine tip screwdriver that Lenny has graciously provided, and I'm trying to get into the circlip slot with very poor eyesight. And off it came, and it disappears into the wild. There's this black washer, and now we have this spring that's here. And the spring we can detach carefully at the bottom and take that and set it aside. And with that out of the way now, we can carefully remove this gear. Now, when you separate this, there's actually a little adjustable bar that'll be revealed here in a second. And right there, you can see this little rod. It can push back and forth, and you can knock it out of place. You may, if you bump it, you may have to nudge that bar back or forth till you get the new gear to fit. Now, let's actually take a look at the parts here on the bench. If you buy the Aston Martin Sat Nav Repair Kit 4G433711034, it comes with these 4 parts. And you can tell they're black plastic, so you know you've got an upgraded kit. So it's one of the gears, it's the gear we're working on now, it's another one of those washers, and thankfully the C-clip that's disappeared into Lenny's labyrinth here. So we've got the new gear. If we look at the back here, you can see the slot where that little bar is going to fit into. And so now that's the trick. Do I put the lube on now, Lenny, or do I wait till later?
Later.
Okay. And I guess before I put that on, I'm going to point out something I had to ask Lenny about too. This little spot right here is where this end of this other spring hooks. So you'll see me put that together in a minute. And but it was good to point that out. So I'm going to slip that on, and I'm going to try to figure out, get it over the bar.
Pin's moved, I can see from here.
Yes.
So if you have a look, it's off center.
Yeah, so I need to push it through.
Towards you.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
That's it.
And try and fit this over. No, not quite. Push the pin in a tiny bit more. Not quite.
You've gone too far.
Too far. So I'm going to use the screwdriver and just nudge it back. Tiny, probably a bit too far, but we'll see.
I think that's about perfect.
Oh, this is going to work then because it's Lenny approved. Oh my God, it did.
That was a good guess.
Good guess. So now I've got the metal, I've got the spring, and I'm putting it underneath, and I'm kind of catching it.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
Now we're not going to hook up the bottom part yet because we don't want to pre-tension the system.
Correct. So you need the new.
So this is the, so that's the old washer.
Yep.
Setting that aside, and I'm getting the new washer and fitting that to retain the spring. And now I'm going to pick up the C-clip and struggle with the glasses I've got on, but I'm going to bring that up a little bit into the light. Oh man, come on.
It is quite fiddly.
Yeah, so I've got that poised. And then you want to take a really good set of pliers.
You only need to get the C-clip.
You don't want to get the washer.
Correct. And the C-clip will just then push itself over the retaining ring on the spindle. There you go.
There we go. So that's in place, and now I can engage my lower spring tension.
And then fold the screen up several times to make sure that it's all as it should be.
So it feels good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going good. So if you're still watching, there is some secret sauce that's going to come through to pay off for those of you that have been patient. So we're done with that old gear. So now we want to fit our new black gear, and then we're going to put a little grease on this time. Is that correct?
Yep.
So you can use pretty much anything. This is going to be a little bit of molybdenum grease. You don't have to overdo it.
That's it.
And it's really just going to run in the first few gears. Is that enough there, you think?
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is put this gear on and work the screen up and down a couple of times to spread it onto its mating gear.
That's it.
There we go. All right, so that's those two gears dealt with. Now we have, let's see. So this gear here is the one with the clutch in it.
Correct.
Is that right? So
Yep.
we're done with that old one. This gear would be
That would go
an
in there.
idler that goes in the middle there, but we don't put it in yet because we're going to do some. This is the special trick from Lenny. So we're going to work with this gear set a little bit. So this gear has a little spring-loaded backside.
It's a friction cog.
So if I just basically I'm going to pull this apart.
Yeah. Earlier.
This is called cheating. So you pull it apart, and you got your retainer, you got your spring, and then we have essentially the friction plates come off. It's like the clutch face. So that piece, this piece that it's actually got a friction face on both sides, and this one. So what Lenny was explaining to me is that these surfaces can become a little bit slick. Maybe they get a little bit of grease on them, maybe they're just a little bit worn. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use a blade, and I'm just going to use the back side of the scalpel, and we're going to put we're going to basically score it.
Nothing too deep or severe, just
we're trying to rough it up a tiny bit.
Yeah.
So that and so I probably did half a dozen. Do you think that's enough?
That's more than enough. Again, it's not huge amount of pressure, but all we're trying to do is give it a bit of purchase so the door doesn't interfere or opening against the ski slope. And obviously be very careful with any sharp instruments you're using, Steve.
Yeah, but I'm sitting there with a scalpel
Yeah.
pointing at my finger. All right, so we've got them scored up, but now it's time we're going to do a little cleaning. So we're going to use a little isopropyl alcohol and get it on a rag. And then we're going to clean up both sides of the clutch face first. It's quite satisfying. You actually see sort of a color change almost, because maybe somebody was overzealous. A little bit of the grease
Correct.
got through. And then we're going to clean up those faces that we just scored. Give those a little wipe with isopropyl as well, because those are going to mate up with those clutch faces. All right. So Lenny was telling me it doesn't really matter which side of the clutch that we put the parts in, so I'm going to do that one first, and then this one second.
Yep.
And then I'm going to come around and I'm going to do one more step before I'm going to give this spring a little bit of a stretch. Not much, just enough to kind of maybe overcome a few years of being crammed in there. Was that enough, do you think?
Yeah, that's more than enough.
And then we're going to come back in, take our plunger, get the spring seated in it.
Push it all the way home.
And
That's it.
There we go.
Perfect. Now that gear will not turn with the other gear, so this should be quite tight, because that's your friction part, isn't it? So it should be quite tight. It will turn.
I could get it to turn if I really work it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. So then does it go in?
It goes on the bottom one there, sir.
This one?
Yep.
And spring towards the back.
Yep.
And now I can take this idler and put it in this way. And then I can grab my last idler.
Yep.
Now this black one could go in either way. This would be the wrong way. See that smooth part? Well, that doesn't do anything. The gear system is pointless at this point. So I need to put it in with the small diameter gearing at the back, which engages with the teeth there. You can actually see in there it's all really nicely fitted. And we're basically all set. Time to put the motor in, is that right?
Correct. I'll fold the screen down so it's out of the way. There we go.
Okay.
And then fold that motor back in.
So carefully. Now this is probably the trickiest bit, is getting the, let's see here. There we go. And I'm trying to get the little,
No, just put the,
there we
that's
go.
it.
There we go. So I've re-engaged the little fork metal around the screw head, and I'm going to leave that loose until I've at least started all 4 of these screws on the ends. So
There's some pegs. If you push it in, it'll actually locate on all the 4 pegs. There
oh,
we
there
go.
we go. That, yeah.
You got a definitive.
I felt it set seat
Yeah.
home.
Correct.
And then I'll get one of these started gently. And these are, you don't torque these, you just basically
No.
make them Aston 1936 snug.
That's it.
And there's the second one.
Is it 180 Newton meters plus 180 degrees? No.
No. It is. Just snug it up so you don't strip it out.
Correct.
Very interesting to watch. So I'm going to give each of these a little bit of a snug.
Yeah.
And finally,
The hidden one.
the hidden one. And now let's give it an electronic test. Works like a charm.
And you can actually hear the clutch actually working if you overrun it, although this is a manual switch, so we can overrun it with the manual switch, but it's a it actually, within the car, it's got some optical eyes down in here. I don't know whether you knew this, Steve, but
No.
see down there, see that little peg there? Let me wipe that peg there. That's on an optical eye. Can you see down in there? There's an optical eye there.
Oh, yeah.
And one there. And that is also the stop.
Oh, so it knows that's end of travel.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'll have to sign this one off so that they know this is why this one came back with warranty problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Lenny. I appreciate you giving me the master class.
Oh, it's not necessarily a master class, but it's something that we do on every screen that we send out or put into any car. And that's what we do.
All right. Hopefully you helped. Up here in the corner, you'll probably find my next video, something probably linked back to the HD infotainment upgrade system. Down here, you'll find an option to subscribe to the channel. And as always, I love to hear your comments. Thanks for watching.